Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I apologise for this weird setup. I'm actually sat on top of my desk because I don't have a tripod anymore. My mum and dad have been to collect most of my stuff because I'm moving out on Saturday, but I am moving straight into Somerville College accommodation, which I will explain more about during the video. But now you're just gonna have to make do with me sat by the window because the lighting in here is terrible, as you've probably seen in previous videos. So I have finished. I'm done. I've finished my whole degree. I've probably said this on like 3 different videos that I haven't uploaded yet, so just bear with, all the intros are going to be the same. But yeah, my degree is over and I have a mark. So it is fully over. Like, I know I have a degree. It's done. I needed a 2-1. I was really hoping for a 2-1, preferably a 2-1 over 65, because 65 is like the cutoff for a lot of master's courses, particularly at places like Oxbridge, UCL, and not necessarily the uni that I'm thinking of, because they just said an upper 2-1 or a first, so it really doesn't matter. I think it depends more on like what your previous experience is for this, but all the other masters they tend to be about 65, so I was aiming for 65, and I can tell you that I met my target! Woo! I got 66, well 65.8, but I got 66, which is a good solid 2-1, and I'm really proud of myself for that, mostly because my dissertation, okay, in my subject, just as like clarification before we do this, in my subject, you don't tend to get over 75, ever. It's not really heard of. Like, occasionally they've given out people like 78, which was like, I think one of the highest marks that's ever been given, and very, very rarely things get into the 80s. I don't know about other unis. I know a lot of people at other unis who seem to be getting like 80s, 90s, but at Oxford that is completely unheard of in humanities subjects. So I do a completely essay-based subject, and because of that, it's so subjective that very, very rarely is anything marked higher than 75, and dissertations can get into the 80s, but like our highest dissertation mark this year was 83, and that is like completely insane. Like, what? So I got 75 on my dissertation. I'm so happy. I was expecting a 2-1 on my whole degree because it's completely exam marked and I'm much better at coursework. So I probably could have got a first if I had coursework, but we didn't have coursework, so that was okay. I got a higher 2-1 than a lower 2-1, if that makes sense, and I got into a master's that I haven't applied for, but I can potentially get into a master's. But my dis, I spent hours and hours and hours and hours on my dissertation. I put everything into it. I sacrificed my modules for my dissertation. My dissertation's worth 2 exams, so actually 2 out of my 9 exams were 75%. Oh, do you know what? I think in the future, a dissertation is what matters. Like, anyone can perform in an exam on the day, you just need all of the practice, and I was quite stressed, and like, they went well, but they obviously could have gone better, but my dissertation shows that I have the ability and proves that I have a good at Oxford ability to write a dissertation, and not just the ability to write a dissertation, if that makes sense. So like, I got a high dissertation mark for someone at Oxford University, and that's insane. Like, I'm just so proud of myself and so thankful to my supervisor for all of the help, for Dr. Dan Temple, who is based in America, but basically he gave me some data to work with, and I got that through my supervisor, so I'm really thankful to him. If you want to know more about my dissertation, I will put it in a little link thing here, and also in the description. I explain everything. I did take it off the internet for a bit while it was getting marked, because I didn't want to, I don't know, get disqualified for whatever reason, because they're not allowed to know who's written it, so it's completely unbiased. And I just thought if an examiner for some reason sees the video and then can't mark it because they know whose it is, then that would be an issue, because I knew how hard I'd worked. But it's all paid off, because for a master's, you do a dissertation again. They are most heavily dissertation and thesis based, the same if I want to do a PhD, and that just proves to people looking, like admissions people looking at my results, that I am more than capable of doing independent research, writing a paper, presenting a paper, and yeah, I think you can gather how proud of myself I am. I know in like science subjects you can get higher firsts, because, you know, if you know facts you get the mark. It's less subjective. It's easier to fail as well. Like it's a lot easier to not fail at humanities, but it is easier to get a higher first in sciences from my observed experience. People you know might have got a much higher first than that, and like congratulations to them, but to get 75 is honestly, I'm just over the moon. So what am I doing now? I'm no longer a student anymore on the 30th. That is the day my library card runs out, which is really sad. It's the end of an era, but I do get an alumni card, and the alumni card means that I can basically get into any colleges for free for life, and also all of the libraries I'm pretty sure I could use for life with the alumni card. So like that is such a perk of Oxford, and probably Cambridge as well, but at least Oxford, I am basically gonna get to be involved for life. And that is such a privilege, because with that comes connections and, you know, networking. Not that I do a lot of that, but also the facilities and mainly the contacts. Actually, the year after next, it'll be the 2020-2021 academic year, I am very, very excited to be applying to Cranfield University, which is, the main campus is based in Milton Keynes, but currently the campus that I am applying to, which is kind of halfway between Oxford and Swindon, and the course, it's Cranfield Forensic Institute, so everything at that campus is based on forensics in various ways. It could be forensic intelligence, forensic engineering. I'm applying for forensic archaeology and anthropology, which is, you know, a lot of crime scene investigation stuff, a lot of skeletal analysis, biological profile generation. I'm mainly interested currently, I think, in the crime scene stuff, but I also am really interested in just the general idea of forensics, and this place would honestly be the dream. I don't know, I may change my mind next year, but I've had this in my head for the last 2 years now, so I don't think I'm going to change my mind. I've been to the open day, I absolutely loved it, and I'm just so excited to apply to that. I'm going to take you along the whole process, because this is going to be new to me, and applying for postgrad is, you know, just as difficult as applying for undergrad, and I'm going to be new to it, so hopefully my experience might help some of you lot in the future, because there's a lot of like uni vloggers, but there's not really a lot of people who show you what life after uni is like. So yeah, I am going to be carrying on with the whole YouTube stuff, at least for the foreseeable future. Before I apply to a master's, I have a job. I think I have mentioned in previous videos that I was applying to jobs, and if there is one that jumps to mind, I will put it here. But I have one set for September in a local school, and I am essentially going to be helping out with some teaching assistant work, admin, classroom help, duties, just generally working with the kids. They're primary school age. I'm very excited to be doing it, particularly because I've had connections with this school before, and yeah, I really like the staff there. From the visit I went in, and like the people who I met were so lovely, and I think they're going to be super supportive, and I'm really excited about doing that. So that is just for the next academic year, and I'm hoping to do a little bit of travelling in the holidays, but I'd rather spend my holidays getting volunteering experience and like maybe lab shadowing experience, which I can add to a master's application, and also because I'll really enjoy it and make sure that that is what I want to do. Over the summer, before I start this job, I am going on a dig in Spain. I have talked about this before, and I am hoping that I can vlog it, but honestly, I have no idea what sort of facilities we're actually going to get and how much free time we're going to get and whether I'm allowed to film in the first place. If I can't like film the actual site, then I will just document my experience and like film the landscape and talk about what I'm doing and things. But I think because that is it is archaeology in practice, that will be really interesting, and hopefully you'll really enjoy that, because I know I have an archaeology audience on here as well as people just like watching me and watching study things. So that's exciting, that's so exciting. I'm working with the University of Murcia in Spain, and it's kind of like just above Alicante, up to Murcia on the coast, and I'm at the site of Cima de los Palomas, and it is a Neanderthal site which is about 400,000 years old. Oh, it's going to be fun, because I've just spent all of like the last term and the term before that learning about this time period. So it makes it even more exciting that I can put my knowledge into like actual practice. Before I go on my dig, I am working on summer school, which is why, as I mentioned before, I'm moving into Somerville College. So my summer school is based at Somerville College. I'm working for Oxford summer courses. I'm hoping to do some vlogs of that too, about like day in the life on the summer school, day in the life of me working on the summer school. But I am working as an assistant course director, so it's pretty strenuous, pretty 24/7. And I'm not sure how much time I will actually get to film. That being said, vlogging doesn't take up too much time, and I could edit afterwards. So again, it's still on the cards, but I'm moving straight from this room into Somerville with 2 little suitcases that I'm gonna carry along with me, and everyone's gonna be like, well, why have you got so much stuff? But it's because I'm moving straight from here to there on Saturday lunchtime, which is also exciting because I've not done this role before. I worked for the same company last year, but they promoted me up to like the next level, I don't know. So last time I was a student helper, this time an assistant course director. So it's going to be new and challenging, but I'm really excited, and yeah, I think I'll be good at it. And they obviously think that too, otherwise they wouldn't have asked me to do the role. So that is my whole life, possibly for the next 2 years. And that is very exciting, and I'm really happy, and I like to have a plan, as you can probably tell, considering I've planned everything for the next 2 years. So my next video, because I asked you whether I should put this on before or after my part 2 of my like exam diary, and you wanted it first, so this is going to go up hopefully the same day that I am actually recording this, and then I will get editing the last exam diary vlog, which also has like my trashing in it, and then punting with my parents after I finish, and it's just a really wholesome, nice vlog. very happy vlog, and I'm really excited to like relive that moment of finishing. And I also have a video which I thought was really fun because I saw Holly Gabrielle do it when she reacted to her first moving into Cambridge vlog. So I have reacted to my interview vlog, which is awful. So you've got all of that to look forward to, and I hope you enjoy it all. I hope you're having a great summer if you've finished already. I think all of the exams are finished now, so fingers crossed for results. I will be on here before that, but you know, I'm with you all the way. It was nice of you to be here, and I will see you very soon. So remember to give me a like if you enjoyed this, and hit that subscribe button if you want to stick around. Please stick around, I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye!